The internet computer ICP is at a golden buying opportunity. In this video, we want to show you guys why it is our technical assumption that the internet computer is at a perfect time for buying. Now, as we are dealing with the topic of buying investment assets, so the likes of the cryptocurrency market, which is very volatile and you can lose all your money in doing so, it is very important for me to tell you guys that I am absolutely not a financial advisor and nothing we say or do on this channel is financial advice. If you choose to invest in the cryptocurrency space, it is at your own risk, not mine. However, I am an ICP, the internet computer holder. I hold the token. It makes up a chunk of my portfolio, and it's one of my favorite projects in the cryptocurrency space. And I'm going to be showing you guys in this video why technically ICP, the internet computer, is at a perfect buying point. We're going to be showing you plenty of examples of charts that have gone on significantly higher than where the internet computer currently is today, but did a very similar thing to what ICP is currently doing. Now, we have made a previous video on this because ICP originally hit our support, it bounced off it, and now it's kind of back, bouncing off it once again in a very double bottom-esque pattern, kind of giving us further confluence in regards to what we're looking at and what we're going to be talking about. And I guess a good place for me to start would be to introduce really what I like to teach, how I like to look at the markets technically. And we actually teach this method in our Market Mastery course, of which there is currently an 80% discount on. We've just launched it. We want as many people as possible to take it, because if you're new to the markets, if you don't quite understand technical analysis, this course is going to enable you to break markets into 4 phases and understand what to do in these 4 phases and what comes next. It's a predictive way, or a good way of being able to predict what an asset is going to do next. One of the best in my opinion. But I don't want to go too much into detail with that. There's a link in the description for it if you want to take that course. It's a number of hours long, and then of course you've got a quiz at the end of it. But what I want to do is show you specifically why I think ICP is at the perfect buying opportunity. And to start things off, I like to teach something called phase analysis, which breaks the market down into 4 phases. And I personally believe, and let's pull up the ICP chart with this schematic, that the Internet Computer Protocol, ICP, has now entered phase 2 on this break of resistance here, which was on volume, and now the retest. And the important thing about this retest, so breakout, retest, or pullback you could call it, is that it's occurred on very low volume, and you can see the volume picking up at an area of support. And we are ultimately expecting the internet computer, ICP, to bounce off of this and go on an upward trajectory, just like we have seen many, 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 many times before, ladies and gentlemen. So this is absolutely a video not to miss. So just looking at the ICP chart, you can see breakout on volume, phase 1 base, into a breakout, into a phase 2, confirmed on the breakout, on volume. Volume is very important because it shows commitment behind the move. Often smarter money has larger access to capital. Then on this pullback, you've seen a declining volume before you're now finding yourself at support. And this is a very textbook move. So to talk a little bit more about phase analysis, you can see how the 4 phases play out perfectly here. What we're specifically interested in regards to the internet computer and where it currently is today, phase 1, there's also a technical inverse head and shoulders here. Spotify was something we were calling pre-break, and it's gone on and done spectacularly, almost at new all-time highs. You can see just how the phases play out, phase 1, 2, 3, and 4. After phase 1, you get phase 2, which is your uptrend, your bull market, breakout, retest, come back to that support before you then enter a bull market. This sort of price movement here, so a breakout, then a retest, is crucial to see. It kind of confirms and sets in motion what is to come, which is a uptrending market. And you're at that perfect point now, ladies and gentlemen. The ideal time to get into an asset, in my opinion, is when it breaks out of its base and then when it retests it. And smart money will be looking at this and doing this similar thing. HubSpot is another good example. You can see the 4 phases very present here. Again, you have your support line here. You can see it going horizontally. There was also a broader pattern here that actually made target 280. We will be bringing courses out on technical targets and technical patterns. You can see you get that breakout and then you get that retest before you see that further continuation. Again, ICP breakout, retest, ready for further continuation. Hopefully we're showing you why we believe all this is plausible. I literally have hundreds of examples. Why we teach the Market Mastery course is simply because it works. It's easy. It's simple. Technical analysis doesn't need to be complicated, guys. Again, you can see here, this is Platinum Sustainable Leaders ETF. One many of you aren't familiar with. This method isn't just, this doesn't just occur for crypto. It occurs for most things, but you can see phase 1 base, a breakout, then a retest, and then further continuation. And this is what I'm suggesting ICP still has ahead of it. Just like with Spotify, this is what it has ahead of it, ladies and gentlemen. So after you've had this retest, you are likely going to embark on a major uptrend, potentially perhaps taking ICP to $200. Who knows exactly how high it's going to go. Now, those of you that have been following me for long enough will know that we got the S&P pretty much perfect in regards to direction, again, through the method that we teach, overlaid with technical patterns, inverse head and shoulders. That target got hit and became a key level of significance or support later on down the line. You get a breakout, then you get the retest before you get that continuation. Breakout, retest, ready for continuation. Of course, we have the DAX, which is the German stock exchange, which recently made our target. Again, breakout, retest before continuation. This one had a double retest in a very Bitcoin-esque fashion. And what do I mean by in a Bitcoin-esque fashion? Well, Bitcoin, of course, was a stock that we got pretty spectacularly right through the very method that I'm teaching. Breakout, double retest, off support before continuation. ICP has continuation ahead of it, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to be sick of hearing continuation by the end of this video. Of course, a stock that we're accumulating in the $30, $40 range, it at one point went all the way to 300 or 280, sorry. We do believe it's on its way to 413 is, of course, Coinbase. Phase 1 base, breakout on volume, declining volume into it significantly moves higher on increased volume. And that's what the future of ICP, ladies and gentlemen, is going to look like. So it's our assessment, not only that, in regards to how you're coming into support, you're doing it in a beautiful double bottom-esque fashion here, guys. You'll come up to here, you'll likely find a bit of resistance, and then you'll see that further continuation. Absolutely spectacular. There was actually a target that was made here in regards to a head and shoulders. You can see that was literally made to the T. I'll have to draw that properly. But that is really all we have for you in this video, guys. There are so many opportunities in the cryptocurrency space right now, and we don't want anybody to miss out on them. We can spend all day long talking about fundamentally why the internet computer is such a great project. If you look, and it was just the other day, actually, an oil company was recently hacked. That can't happen on a blockchain. These blockchains are immutable. They are hack-proof. They're ransomware-proof, which means that it makes sense for the world to build upon them. Just like the majority of the world, the majority of companies out there build upon the internet, which introduces security issues, like we see all over the shop, whether it's the Fed, whether it's the largest banks, whether it's the largest oil, whether it's government. Constant leaks, constant ransomware attacks. Whereas if you build upon blockchains, you don't have those issues. And that's really what the internet computer is all about. It's all about actually upgrading the internet, coming up with a truly decentralized, truly immutable, truly scalable internet that anybody and everybody can use and actually own a chunk of. And that excites me absolutely massively. Also, I think ICP is going to really benefit from the AI narrative. The fact that the Internet Computer Protocol can actually facilitate an AI model, an artificial intelligence model, from the ground up, so using its hardware that it has, all the way to the actual enabling or the interaction with the AI, is pretty spectacular. If you look at most AI projects in the cryptocurrency space, they leverage sort of Web 2 institutional legacy hardware out there that has a number of problems with it. And in regards to AI, could you imagine the role that AI is going to play in the world and how sensitive or how important the non-hackability, the immutability of this AI is actually going to be? That can only be achieved as of right now with distributed ledgers. They find themselves perfectly at the kind of forefront of the AI industry. So, just to do a very, very tiny bit of recapping, the internet computer, in our assessment, not only on the short time frames is putting in a beautiful double bottom, you're seeing buyers come in. On the larger sort of zoomed out cyclical view, it is now in a phase 2 uptrend, confirmed by a breakout on volume, declining volume, then a retest on increasing volume, just like many that we have seen before. And this is the future that ICP has ahead of it, ladies and gentlemen. So that is it from me, ladies and gentlemen. On that note, I'm going to love and leave you. If you've enjoyed the content, a like is always appreciated, so is a comment. And I look forward to seeing each and every one of you in the next YouTube video. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. See you all in the next one.